Hello, guys. This is a message for what happened to me last summer in April, as a matter of fact, a year ago. I know for a fact, you know, I get pulled over in Oceana County, and all I was doing was giving a guy a ride, right? I had my life going for me. I just bought a new truck. I started, getting a business going with a partner. I felt like I was on top of the world. Then it all come crashing down. The night I got pulled over, giving my sister's boyfriend a ride. I'm not going to mention any names on here, but you know who you are. But anyways, I had no drugs in my truck. I had no paraphernalia in my truck. But the guy I was giving a ride to, I didn't even want to do it. It was late. I just got home from work. I was so tired. I worked like, I forget, 15 hours that day, 16 hours that day. And, anyways, I get pulled over after I brought him to wherever he needed to go, some weird place. I never even got out of my vehicle, but he got back in, I left, I got pulled over. There was nothing in my truck. And the cop that pulled me over, I'm not going to say who, you know who you are, pulled me over and he took me right out of my truck like no problem. Boom, boom, boom. He pulled me over the week prior too, and Muskegon County didn't want me. It was a simple warrant, and they just didn't want me at the time for some reason. I think they were dealing with some shit in the jail or whatever. But anyway, this is just a week after. Same officer, knew who I was, knew Muskegon County didn't want me, pulled me over anyways. I wasn't speeding, I wasn't doing anything. He just pulled me over for no reason. That's just strange too. And anyways, pulled me right out of the truck, and he asked the other guy, "Well, what's your name?" And he wouldn't tell. He's like, "You don't need to know my name." He's like, "Can I go?" He's like, "I guess," or whatever. And I'm like, "Okay." And he took off running. And then he's like, "Hey, get back here," whatever. But then I'm like, "Okay." I'm sitting in the back of the car, in the cop car, and all of a sudden, the officer goes in my truck, looks around. He's doing a lot of movement in my truck. And he gets back in the car. And he's like, "Well, there was drugs in your car." I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? There ain't no drugs in my car." And they said, oh yeah, it was in arm's reach." And I said, "Excuse me?" And I looked at that officer. I said, "You know what? I'm very disappointed in you." And he's like, "What? What'd I do? It was in arm's reach." I said, "No, man, you know what you did." Because I know for a fact, 100% fact, that officer put that paraphernalia on my center console. I know for a fact, 100%, I know because I seen it. I seen it up here. I read people. And that's how I know for up 100% fact. Now they got body cams and shit, you know, but of course they have ways to turn them on and off, which that should not be. They should never be able to turn the switch on and off. Why is that? That is straight corruption right there, 100%. Officers should not shut their body cams off at all times while they're on duty. Them batteries should not go dead. When they go to the police station, when they're done, they should plug them in and leave. When they come back to do their work, they should be sitting right there fully charged, no problem, with no on-off switch. Why do you even got an on-off switch, man? That's some dirty, corrupted shit. Y'all need to change that. That's for real. And bet your ass you better know. I'm coming. I'm coming for it. I'm fighting for my rights, bro. I'm not letting this go. That's what everybody does. They get all scared and shit. And I ain't scared of nobody, bro. I'm coming for you. We're gonna handle this. We're gonna handle this like, man, you wanna set me up, man? You wanna set me up, man? That's not right, bro. You know who I'm talking to. I'll start saying names, man. Y'all better get fuck correct. That's all I'm gonna say, man. All you others, love y'all. Bye bye.